Okay, hello students. Today I am going to teach about the internal structure of heart. So in previous video we have discussed up to external features. So the heart can be divided into four chambers. Heart can be divided into four chambers. Two upper chambers are called atria and lower chambers are called ventricles. So the upper chambers are called atria, lower chambers are called ventricles. So for example, okay, so this is the atria. The upper chambers, these upper chambers are called atria. This is the right atria and right ventricles, left atria and left ventricles. So four chambers are present. The upper chambers are called atria. First of all, I would like to tell about atria. Atria are also called auricles. Auricles or atria. So upper chambers are called upper chambers and these are receiving chambers and thin walled structures, thin walled. So the upper chambers are called atria and also called receiving chambers, which means they receive the blood from different parts of the body. So that's why these are called receiving chambers. Next, they have the thin wall. So compared to the ventricles, they have the thin wall. So that next, smaller chambers, smaller compared to the ventricles, these are smaller ones. So these are smaller ones. So okay, so this is about auricles. Next, the internally, the two auricles or two atria separated by a wall. So this wall is called interauricular septum. So internally the two atria, the left and right atria separated by interauricular septum. So the two auricles are separated by a wall. This wall is called interauricular septum. So its septum completely divides the two auricles. Next, in fetal stage, so this wall has a pore. This interauricular septum has a pore. So through this pore, it has a connection between two auricles. So two auricles have the connection. As a result, the blood can pass right to left side. So that pore is called foramen of oval. So foramen of oval. That pore is called foramen of oval. So next, just before birth, when the lungs become when the lungs become functional, so this pore get closed. After that it forms a depression like structure, a depression or a patch like structure. So that patch is called fossa ovalis. So fossa ovalis means just before birth, this foramen of oval get closed. Then it forms a depression. Fossa ovalis means just a depression. Depression is called fossa ovalis. Next, if in some conditions, if it does not close, it means here the foramen of oval does not closed. So that condition is called patent foramen oval. That condition is called patent foramen oval. Okay, so this is about interauricular septum. So interauricular septum, it separates the two atria. Right and left atria are separated by interauricular septum. In fetal stage, it has a pore. That pore is called foramen of oval. During birth, during birth, just before birth, when the lungs become functional, it gets closed. As a result, it leaves a patch like structure that is called fossa ovalis. If it does not close, that condition is called patent foramen of oval. Next, the right atrium. The right atrium receives the deoxygenated blood. Receive deoxygenated blood. So one point you have to remember. So here always the right side has right side deoxygenated blood is present. The left side oxygenated blood is present. So here right atrium receives the deoxygenated blood from the different parts of the body through the caval veins. So it collects the deoxygenated blood from the different parts of the body through the caval veins. The caval veins are two caval veins are there. They are precaval vein and postcaval vein. Precaval vein, postcaval vein. So they are arranged like this. So this is the precaval vein. So this one is postcaval vein. So precaval vein collect the blood from anterior part of the body. Anterior part means head and our hands and thorax region. Anterior region. The postcaval vein collect the blood from posterior part. So posterior part means abdomen and our legs. So from the abdomen and legs, blood collected by postcaval vein. Precaval vein collect the blood from anterior part of the head. So these caval veins, they opens into the right atrium. Next, along with this caval veins, one more vein is also opens into the right atrium, that is called coronary sinus. Coronary sinus is also opens into the right atrium. So this coronary sinus collects the blood. It collects the blood from wall of heart. Wall of the heart. Wall of heart mainly made up of cardiac muscles. So cardiac muscles are also need continuous supply of blood. So that blood from the wall of the heart, blood is collected by coronary sinus. So coronary sinus is also opens into the right atrium. So right atrium, in the right atrium, the precaval vein, postcaval vein and coronary sinus opens into this right atrium. Next, this the opening of the coronary sinus. The opening of the coronary sinus guarded by a valve. Opening of this coronary sinus is guarded or covered by a valve, that is called valve of Thebesius. Valve of Thebesius. Okay. So this valve, it controls the opening and closing of the coronary sinus. Next, postcaval vein. The opening of the postcaval vein. Postcaval vein is also guarded by a valve. That valve is called Eustachian valve. Eustachian valve. So actually this valve, it is rudimentary in adult. It is rudimentary in adult. It's completely rudimentary in adult. Means it does not work in adult. So because here normally in fetal stage, what will happen in fetal stage? Foramen of oval is there. So which means there is a connection is present in between right atrium and left atrium. So in fetal stage, this Eustachian tube is working. Okay, it was working. So this Eustachian tube, it helps to the movement of the blood from right side to the left side. But what will happen in the adult? It completely closed. So no need to move blood. The completely separation is formed. So that's why in adult the Eustachian valve, it's not working. Okay. Next, the opening of the precaval vein, they don't have any walls. Okay, so this is about right atrium. Next, left atrium. So left atrium, this one is left atrium. It collects the oxygenated blood. So from where? From the lungs. It collects the blood from lungs through the pulmonary veins. Collects the blood from the lungs through the pulmonary veins. Okay, so this is about right and left auricles or right and left atria. Next, the atria and ventricles. Here these are atria and ventricles. The atria and ventricles, internally the atria and ventricles are also separated by interauriculoventricular septum. Interauriculoventricular septum. Okay, so we can write right auriculoventricular septum, left auriculoventricular septum. So this septum, it separates the upper chambers and lower chambers. Interauriculoventricular septum. Next, this septum has pores. Both side it has pores. These pores are called auriculoventricular aperture. Auriculoventricular apertures. Auriculoventricular apertures. Both sides has a apertures. We can write right auriculoventricular aperture, left auriculoventricular aperture. So these aperture has valves. So these valves are called AV valves. AV valves are present where this auriculoventricular apertures. So the left side valve is called the left auriculoventricular valve is called bicuspid valve. Is also called mitral valve. Okay, right auriculoventricular aperture guarded by tricuspid valve. Okay, so these valves, they controls the opening and closing of the auriculoventricular apertures. Okay, so this is about structure of atrias.